Okay. Let okay. So this will be the first PLSQL class for us. So we'll just understand what is PLSQL, what is the difference between SQL and PLSQL, okay, and why do we need PLSQL? Okay, so only three things because we know already SQL. So then we don't want PLSQL, right? We'll see. Let me go down here. Okay, came back. Okay, so we'll just see the differences between SQL and PLSQL along with what is the advantage of PLSQL, why do we need this PLSQL. Okay, so for that purpose, let me draw a table here. Okay, enough. We know already very well about SQL. Okay, so what is meant by SQL? We know, right? SQL stands for structured query language. Means everything is already structured, right? We have not written anything new, correct? Everything we written same properly, whatever is there already, the same thing we used as per our requirements. So that's why it is already structured query language. What's the purpose of it? Use it to access the database. Okay, and then what about PLSQL when you compare to this point? Okay, PLSQL is also same. Okay, PLSQL is also same, but this is just extension to SQL. If you see, there is a PL extra, that's it. Remaining is same, SQL only. Okay, PL stands for procedural. Okay, SQL it is, that's it. It's a procedural language. What is meant by procedural? Procedural. Okay, and extension to SQL. You know, right? What is meant by extension? Means it's next steps to SQL. It's above SQL. Okay, just extension to SQL. After reaching SQL endpoint, this is next step. Simply to say. Okay, but here it is. We are saying as a procedural SQL, procedural structured query language. So procedure means some step-by-step process. Okay, so in general, what is meant by procedure? Same thing here also. Okay, so while joining in the college, what you will do? You will follow some procedure, right? You will fill some application, and then you will pay some fees, and then you will take the receipt, right? So you will follow some procedure. While admitting into the hospital, you will follow some procedure, right? So that is nothing but step-by-step process you are doing related to that particular activity while joining into the college, or while reserving some ticket, whatever. The same thing here also. I'm going to follow some step-by-step process as per my requirement. That's it. That is only the extra thing here when you compare to SQL. Okay. When we'll discuss with examples, then you will come to know what exactly mean by procedural in PLSQL. Fine. As of now, it is a structured query language, but extension to SQL. Okay. Now, in case of SQL, how many statements we can execute at a time? we can write select star from EMP and we can execute that. Otherwise, we can write insert into statement, we can execute that. Otherwise, update statement, we can execute that. Okay, you can write n number of statements, no problem, but it will execute only one statement at a time. Okay, SQL will be executing only one statement at a time. When you are practicing also, when you are working also, we already saw that many times. Always it will be executing only one statement at a time. Okay, but what about PLSQL? So that is the advantage of PLSQL. We can execute multiple statements at a time. Let me write it this way. Okay, we can execute more than or equal to one statement. We can execute one statement or any number of statements we can execute at a time. That is the advantage we have in PLSQL. Okay, and in case of SQL, for example, I have 10 statements. Okay, 10 statements. Statement means each and everything, whatever you are executing. I'm inserting one record, that is one statement. And the next second statement, I'm writing update, that is one statement. Delete, one statement. Select, another statement. So like that, I have 10 statements. So what will happen? You already know every time it is executing only one statement at a time, right? So what will happen? First statement, when I'm executing, it will connect with the database. Okay, it will process everything for you, and then whatever the output is coming, that will be thrown out, right? So means there will be some traffic between you and Oracle engine, right? I'm connecting to Oracle engine. After connecting, it is processing and sending back, right? Connecting, and it is replying back to me with the output, right? So that is nothing but a traffic on the road. Okay, again, second statement, same thing will happen. It will connect to the Oracle engine. Oracle engine will process, and whatever the output is there, that will reply back to you. That is coming to you. Okay, I'm reaching Oracle engine, and again Oracle engine replying me back. That's it. Simply to tell here, I'm speaking to Oracle engine. Oracle engine is speaking to me back. That's it. For every statement, it is happening. For 10 statements, it is I'm connecting to Oracle engine or speaking to Oracle engine for 10 times, and 10 times it is replying to me back. Okay, so means simply to say, I can tell you there are 10 cars going on road at a time, or one by one. Okay, there are 10 cars going on road, one back to other one. So how it will be? Definitely it will be a traffic, right, on the road. Same thing here also. Okay, network traffic will be more when compared to PLSQL. I'm writing. Okay, so what does this mean when compared to PLSQL? So in case of PLSQL, we already discussed it is a procedural language, means step-by-step process. And also we know we can execute more than one statement at a time. So means whatever is related statement I have, for example, same 10 statements I have, I can execute all those 10 statements at a time. Okay, so means internally it will execute one by one. Okay, but here in case of SQL, what is happening? One statement, for one statement, I'm connecting to Oracle engine one time only. For second statement, again I'm connecting. Third statement, again I'm connecting. But in case of PLSQL, I can send all these 10 statements at a time to the Oracle engine. I'll keep all these 10 statements in one box, and I'm sending that box to the Oracle engine. Means I'm connecting only one time to the Oracle engine now. It will process everything inside. Okay, it will process again everything inside one by one or however it wants. Then after, it will send you back the output. That's it. Means for 10 statements execution, I connected with Oracle engine. only one time, and even it connected to me back or replied to me back only one time. Understood? Clear, right? So instead of sending 10 cars individually on the road, what I'm doing now in case of PLSQL, same 10 cars, I'm keeping in one container, big container, and sending that lorry. Okay, so now how many are there on road? Only one lorry is there, one big container lorry is there, that's it. But in case of SQL, there are 10 cars back to back are going, so creating some traffic. Understood, right? Network. Let me copy paste. Traffic will be less when compared to SQL. Okay, this is not a disadvantage of SQL. Okay, this is just advantage of PLSQL when you compare to SQL. That's it. Clear, right, about that point? Okay, same 10 statements I have, and I'm executing in SQL. So what will happen? It will execute one by one, right? So first statement executed successfully, second statement executed successfully, and while executing the third statement, it got failed with some reason, some error came. So what will happen? Error came. So remaining statements, it won't go for the next execution, right? It will just stop because all these are individual. It will wait. Again, you have to skip that or you have to fix that error and you can continue execution in case of SQL. Otherwise, keep it out and start executing another statement. That is in case of SQL. So means there is no error handling. But in case of PLSQL, we have error handling mechanism. Means if any error comes, same 10 statements I'm sending through box, right? So if any error comes in between while executing of any one of that statement, I can handle it somehow. Okay, so we'll discuss with a chapter, okay, exception handling later in this PLSQL. But as of now, we don't have exception handlers in SQL. Okay, but here in PLSQL, we have. Fine. No. So in SQL, same 10 statements example, I'm writing first step insert into something. So what will happen after inserting? It will show you a message, right? One row inserted, some message will come. Second statement, it will execute. What depends on that statement? One message will come. For example, I'm deleting a record. So 3 rows deleted, some message will come. I'm selecting, I'm writing select star from EMP, for example. So what will happen? Output, it will return 14 rows written or something displayed, some message will come. So means for each and every statement execution, you are getting one message. For every statement execution, you are getting one message. If I'm executing 10 statements in SQL, of course, one by one only executing. So for one execution, you are getting one output message. But in case of PLSQL, we already know, right? I'm sending all these 10 statements together as a box. So I'll get only one reply, only one output message I'll get. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here, different output messages for execution of each statement. Okay, but in case of PLSQL, single or same output message. Okay, what is mean by same output message? I'll tell you. Same output message for execution of any program. Okay, same means here in case of insert, what is happening? You are getting insert message. If it is delete, some rows deleted message. If it is update, some rows updated will be the message. Select different message. Okay. So, but in case of PLSQL, you will be not seeing all these individual messages because these 10 statements are different maybe inside. So for all these 10 statements together, it will show you only one output message: PLSQL procedure successfully completed. That's it. Only one output message every time it will come. Okay. So this is the difference between SQL and PLSQL. Okay. Still we can see some other advantages when compared to SQL while discussing the chapters. Okay, but as of now, this is little bit about PLSQL. Okay, now we already discussed. If I want to execute 10 statements, in case of SQL, I am writing one by one only. But in PLSQL, I can execute all together, right? So how I am executing all together? By keeping in a box. Okay, that box is nothing but block. BLOCK. Okay, that is nothing but a block. Means it's a blocked structure language. I can write anything, whatever I want in a block. Okay, so how these blocks will be looking like? So here again we have two different types of blocking structures. Okay, so for one thing name will be there, for other thing no name, that's it. Okay, so unnamed means no name, unnamed program. Okay, and also it is called as anonymous program. Okay, unnamed program or anonymous program. This is one thing, means no name for the program, like a simple select statement, no name will be there, right? Like that. And other thing is named program are also called as sub programs. Okay, name will be there, name will be there means, so definitely it will be stored in the database. Okay, so name is there, so it will be stored in the database with that name, like all the DB objects, you know, right? Views, sequences, synonyms, tables, all those are having name. So like that, these named programs also will be having name. Okay, we'll see on simple program. Okay, with the syntax, and then we'll see on simple program. We already discussed it is a blocked structure language, so everything is about blocks. So I'm just writing declare, begin, exception. These three are the blocks. Okay, declare block, begin block, exception block. That's it. Only three. Entire PLSQL, we are going to see only these three blocks, right? End of the program. Okay, this end is nothing but to indicate end of the program, and a semicolon should be there. Okay, so this is mandatory. So whatever the program you are writing, for all those programs, at the end of that, you should write end with a semicolon. So this is mandatory. Okay, then declare. Declare is nothing but here you can write whatever you want to define for your programs. We'll discuss all these things with examples later. You will come to know better in next classes. But as of now, what is the use of this declare? Here I can declare all the variables, cursors. We'll discuss all these words later. Okay, exceptions. Okay, so like this I can declare. but this is not mandatory to declare or define for your program. Depends on your requirement, you can declare. Okay, so this is optional block. Okay, depends on the requirement, I may or may not use this block. Then begin block. So this begin is nothing but also called as executable block. So means I'm going to write executable code, whatever I want to execute. For example, I want to execute select star from EMP, insert into table name, update something, delete something. All those I have to write in begin block. Okay, so I have to write only under begin block. So definitely then it is mandatory block. So whatever you want to execute, that should be under begin. Okay, so thereafter, then exception block. We just now discussed, right? Since in case of SQL, we can't handle any error if comes in between. But here we have this block to handle the errors. Okay, so if you want to handle that error, you can use this block. If you don't want to handle that error, not required. So means again it is optional. Okay, but what I'll write in this block? Basically, I'll write a code to handle errors, which are getting while executing the code. Okay, so totally we have here 3 blocks, and of course with the end we have 4 terms here: declare, begin, exception, end. But in this we have only one mandatory block. What is that? That is begin. Of course end is mandatory at the end of your program. Okay, so very simple thing. Only begin. Under the begin you can write whatever you want. For example, we were discussing 10 statements. You can write all those 10 statements under this begin and write end at the end of is done, over. Okay, and the remaining 2 blocks, declare block and exception block, are optional. Okay, but as per the requirement, we have to use it. We'll discuss with all these things with examples one by one. Okay, but as of now, is clear? Second. Okay, so this is the syntax for your PLSQL program. And is there any kind of create command, like we were writing create in case of SQL, right? To create something. Here we don't have any create, right? So we are not giving any name for it, right? So this is nothing but called as anonymous program or unnamed program. Okay, so here we don't have any name. Clear, right? So how about named programs? That will be having a name. Everything will be similar, same, okay, but only the name will be different. So what I'm doing, I'm just copying the same thing as it is. We are just discussing about syntax. We are not discussing about any program. Okay, so I'm writing here subprogram or named program. Simple, same thing, same syntax. Only the difference is it will be not having name, and here it will be having a name. Okay, I just need to give a name here. So for that purpose, what I'm doing, everything is same. End should be there. Exception, if you want, you can use it, or if you don't want, you can leave it. Okay, begin should be there. Okay, and the declare also should be there. Everything should be there. Only the one thing I have to write extra here is name. Okay, using create. Okay, we are having some different subprograms we'll discuss. Okay, but one of that program I'm writing here, create. Let me increase the size. Okay, create, and the same like a view. If you remember, I was writing or replace in case of view. If you want to replace, that any existing one, you can use this create or replace. Okay, and then followed by which subprogram you want to create. For example, I'm writing here procedure, create or replace procedure, followed by procedure name. Okay, any name you can write here, any meaningful name you can write, so that this program will be stored in the database with this name. But what about that unnamed program? That is not going to be stored in the database because that is not having any name. Okay, the same thing, same code. If you want to store in the database, then I am creating it as a procedure or some subprogram, just giving a name for it. Okay, create or replace procedure, procedure name, same like a view syntax as, then everything is same. As will act like as a declare block. Okay, so when it is acting like as a declare block, then this block name is not required. So I'm just writing it will act like as a, it acts as a declare block. Okay, so this block is not required now because as only will act like as a declare. So you can declare anything whatever you want under as, that's it. But remaining everything is same. Only the extra lines I written here is this one. Okay, any confusion about it? Okay, so here I am creating procedure with this syntax. Same like that, we have some another subprograms. Okay, we'll discuss all those later as a chapter later. So I'm just writing here procedure, function, package, trigger. So like this, we have some subprograms. Okay, any confusion till now? No, sir. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go to the next thing now. Okay, so next topic area is displaying output in PLSQL. Okay, why here we have as a topic? Because it is not showing, it's not going to show you any output directly like in SQL. Okay, so let's go to this SQL. I'm connecting to one session. Okay, let this get connected. And also I just want to show you SQL plus. It will be little different when compared to SQL plus. So I just want to connect SQL plus also. Meanwhile, I don't know the username now. Okay. Okay, this will be my username and password. Connected. Okay, so this is SQL plus environment. It's like a command prompt kind of environment. It is connected. Same thing, whatever you are executing in SQL developer, same thing you can also execute here, but only the difference is it is one page. You can't open multiple connections. Okay, at a time you can connect to only one thing like this. If you want to connect to any other connection, then automatically the old connection will get closed. Okay, fine. So in case of here, see how many connections are in open left side, right? DCL, DDL, like that, many are in open. And still you can open multiple pages for your convenience to work. But in case of this black screen, SQL plus, it's not possible. It is only one page. That's why this is only for practice purpose people will use. In real time, we are not going to use it. Okay. Now, we'll see how to display the output. In case of SQL, simply we are writing select star from EMP. Some output will come. Coming. For example, I just want to display one message. Okay. Select. This is my message. Okay. SQL is easy. This is my message. Done. This is not related to any table. So I'm writing dual. Okay. Output printed. I'm not doing anything extra here. If I want to display something, I'm using the select statement. Automatically, output is coming to here. Okay, but In case of PLSQL, it's not possible. We know already which is mandatory to us to display any to write any PLSQL program. We have three things: declare, begin, exception. We already discussed declare is not required every time, depends on your requirement. You can use it. Begin is nothing but where you are going to write your executable code. Exception to handle your errors. Okay, so under begin you can write your code, and end is always mandatory to terminate your program, to indicate end of the program. So I written begin end. In between I just want to write this. Okay, I just want to write this. Okay, but here just to print this much lengthy process is not required. I will tell you why I'm not using select. But here we have one thing extra, that is dbms underscore output. This is a package. Okay, we'll discuss about packages in depth later. This is already system defined, Oracle defined package, and this is having so many other programs, individual programs inside. So what I'm going to do, one of the program from this package I'm going to use is put underscore line. Okay, dbms output dot put underscore line. So this is a package, and put line is one of the program in this. If you want, you can see it by describing it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just opening and closing the braces, end of the statement inside, and inside I'm just going to write that message which I want to print. Now I will write PLSQL. That's it. Okay, and space and all not required. If you want, you can give the space, but not required. Okay, I'm just writing dbms output dot put line. It's a predefined package. What's the use of it? To print any message. Okay, to display any output or message. That's it. Now I'm going to execute it. PLSQL procedure successfully completed, but where it is showing this message. Okay, we'll see that message later, but you can see we already discussed, right? Whatever the program you're executing, for everything it is going to show. For every execution, the same message, single message you are going to see is this one: PLSQL procedure successfully completed. That's it. Okay, but now why I'm unable to see this message? Okay, here you need to do some changes. Where is this dbms output? Okay, I'm just connecting to here, but in case of Toad, this is not required. Okay, there will be some symbol like this. Okay, some dot circle will be there. Okay, you can just click on that dot circle, same like a plus, there will be some dot circle. Just click on that. First it will be in red color. When you click on that, it will come to the green, means your output window is on. So then only you can see PLSQL messages. Okay, I will show you in Toad later, but as of now, I'm executing it. Now you can see PLSQL procedure successfully completed. That came. After completing that, you can see this message: PLSQL is easy. This is the dbms output you got. Is clear? Very simple thing. Okay, so now the same thing if I want to execute in case of SQL plus. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking this copy, go to this, paste it, enter. Okay, if you enter it, it will go to the next line only, always 3. So what you have to do in case of SQL plus, again you have to write this. Okay, backslash, then enter. PLSQL procedure successfully completed. But still, here also I am unable to see the message after execution. Once it is completed execution, it will show you this message for sure. But whatever the output you are expecting from the program, that will not come. So then what you have to do, you have to write this: set server output on. Okay, This is required only in case of SQL plus. Okay, but here in Toad and SQL developer not required. You can enable it by using that icons. Okay, now it is on. Again, I'm executing the same program. Okay, you can see this message now printed, right? And then normal successful message. Any confusion? No confusion right till now? Okay, so what you have to do, definitely to see any message, first you have to enable server or DBMS output. Okay, how can we enable? By using this command for SQL plus set server output on. Okay, any questions till now? No, right? It's a simple thing. We are just trying to print this message. Let me copy it to here. So now onwards, if you want to print any output message, we have to use this package. Okay, dbms output dot put underscore line. Okay, so then only we can print. So we'll be using this now onwards daily. Okay, fine. So next thing is variables. Okay, we'll discuss about these variables in the next class. What is the use of variables? Why do we need? We'll see. Okay, so we discussed today only why do we need PLSQL? What is the difference between SQL and PLSQL? From tomorrow class onwards, we'll come to know exactly how we are going to use this PLSQL and how it is benefiting us compared to SQL. Okay, let me know if you have any questions till now.